evening, all you party people. Let's, you know, get this rager started or something. It goes. Everything hurts. Not as much as, like, everything hurts for Dad, but we can't all be special like him. The knuckle in his hand, at the very least, doesn't hurt anymore, and it's not like bright, fucking scary red, but you can still see where it's puffy and swollen compared to this one. And also, I did actually remember what happened. I just forgot because I'm dumb. I've been sitting there playing Zelda, like you do, and Squid came up for her regular, like, regularly scheduled programming, which is just, like, nuzzling me because she wants to be petted, but she doesn't want to be petted. So she pets herself. And I forgot which cat it was because I was in the middle of playing and focusing on what I was doing. Who the hell just opened my door? I reached up to pet her, and she clawed the shit out of me. So, yeah, that's what that was. That was from her clawing my hand. Who opened my door? Hang on. Fucking animals! Alright. Hang on. Everything is so fucking dry right now. My eyes, my mouth, my skin. I sleep for like 10 to 12 hours a fucking day, and it's still not enough. Fuck autoimmune diseases. Just fuck them. Yeah, I said it. Cat, please. After gunpowder, this shit is the best. It's the, I can't remember how to say it. It's the stuff with the brown rice in it, the toasted rice. It's so good. I mean, gunpowder is still obviously the best, but, you know. Alright. More lore dumping! did matcha, thank you. The fuck am I? Oh, that is so cruel. Isn't this where I first came in? Maybe not.
Eclipse. They're here.
Avoid contact.
Lines look good.
Gaia.
Dude,
It's up there. Second floor.
Can you reach it?
it's so good. I love the like the nutty kind of flavor that the rice adds to it. Let's fuck up some assholes.
We're under attack. To me, brother.
Whoa! Rude! Holy shit. Die! He's gonna go! I love when they blow up. Who's left? Some jackasses.
Couldn't hit him.
Oh my god. Whoa! No, that was not all of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the last one.
Woohoo!
Repeat.
Or not.
We got intruders.
Whoa! That's some decency, guys. Damn.
Night come. Take them down. Your end has come. A gift. You won't survive.
Room's clear.
Are we sure this time?
Then get moving. You have to find Gaia.
Shut up, Silence. I don't see you doing any hard work here. Ugh. Oh no, that's not what I wanted.
I can't spare the weight.
Took one. Cool. No. Now you guys are dropping all the fucking healing potions. Monday night I couldn't buy. Well, I had to buy one because I couldn't fucking buy one. I know that made no sense, but you know what I mean. Seriously, what?
Alert. Structural failure prevents
I almost called it the synthetic voice. Is there nowhere else to go in here? I could have sworn there'd been another opening. That's where I came in. I don't think you...
Looks
Oh
with
my
me.
god, please stop picking up the wrong thing. There we go. Alright. Moving on. Oh, this room. Okay, yeah. From Margot Shen to Elizabeth Sobek. Subject simulation results. Wow, you weren't kidding about Gaia's predilection for animal morphologies. Sure, not totally unexpected given the rough natural terrain her bots will have to navigate, but I agree that there's something deeper going on here. Her designs aren't just functional. They feel almost like, well, tributes is the word that comes to mind. As though she's already mourning their loss, and not just for the disappearing fauna of our time, but creatures from the fossil record too. References to megafauna in some of her designs. So cool. Well, whatever Gaia thinks up, Hephaestus will empower her to build it. I just wish we could still be around in a century or two to see what she makes. Margot. it's one of the little designs for one of the sub-functions.
Hello,
Oh,
I'm
Jesus.
Margot Shen, and this is Hephaestus. As the name might tip you off, this is going to be the subordinate function that Gaia will use to make lots and lots of robots. Her personal forge. Except, it's not that simple.
Is it ever that simple?
So, like, you probably noticed that only about a third of you are robotics engineers. The rest, experts in machine cognition, virtual heuristics, that stuff. Well, that's because we aren't going to be the ones designing and building robots. The last thing we want is to burden Gaia with a bunch of outmoded 21st century designs. Waste of time. Our purpose is to empower Gaia to build the robots, and not just build, imagine, from scratch. Any robot she needs for any conceivable purpose, designed and fabricated at a snap of a finger. Hers. Her finger. So, Hephaestus isn't really the forge. It's more like the knowledge of craft and ingenuity of a mastersmith to wield the hammer. Encoded as software. Virtual creativity made real. Gaia's already learning. In simulations, she's doing some very creative things with fractal assembly and animal morphology.
I mean, yay.
Her designs aren't about to win the Liam Prize anytime soon. But hey, everyone has to start somewhere. So, yes. Time to get started. Let's do this.
I don't get it. If Hephaestus was part of a system designed to save life, why would it use cyan to make a cauldron? And churn out machines with no other purpose than to kill people?
Somehow it's gone rogue. I don't understand why or how.
I'm pretty certain he kind of already did a little bit understand the answer, given his history. Even if he didn't understand the answer. From Elizabeth Sobek to Margot Shen. Subject, full steam ahead. Margot, if I doubted your brilliance in the slightest, I wouldn't have picked you as the Hephaestus Alpha. You need to stop worrying about your age and communication style. You are who you are. Have confidence in yourself. You know what you're doing. Case in point, the latest draft of your plan for the construction and stocking of bootstrap silos to store raw materials is excellent. This, combined with your design for the AM Foundry Core and the Foundry site selection plan, add up to a comprehensive plan. It's time to start construction. One detail. Consult with Iomide Okilo before you finalize the silo inventories. Hephaestus' first task will be to fabricate the robots that will construct the waveform broadcast towers Minerva will use to transmit the deactivation codes. So any exotic materials needed for the towers should be accounted for in the inventory plan. Elizabeth. I like how this whole time, like leading up to this, like they were just calculating the freaking code to finally bust into the Pharaoh machines and shut them down. Like that's just a long time to keep trying to generate a fucking code.
I've seen these shapes before. In cauldrons.
But of course, the birthing places of Gaia's machines.
I thought it was longer than 50 years. They might have. Oh, I probably just heard the word century and shoved the rest of it out. So, you know, it probably was half a century and all I heard was century. That would absolutely track. I'm not even gonna lie. At some point you just kind of get tired of hearing people talk. Fuck the bureaucracy! Unless it's the FBC, then the bureaucracy is adorable. We love the red tape in the FBC.
I think this is it. Elizabeth Sobek's office. But it's sealed off. There's got to be a way inside.
Keep looking.
More clips.
Careful now.
Like, yet we definitely don't see anyone moving up there. It's all good. Nothing to see there. So I was about to say, so Snegurochik back there, the reason he got out was I was cleaning out their water dishes, and when I do that, I don't bother closing the hatches because they're just a bitch. They stick, and they're seriously ridiculous to try to open and close. So I just leave them open while I go clean out and refill the water dishes and bring them back in. And sometimes Snegurochik gets a bee up his ass, and he's just like, oh hey, I'm gonna see what's through this portal. Even though he already knows, he's done it like 2 times before. I always know when the bird is out too, because Squid is just sitting in a way that lets me know she is stalking something. And that bird did not want to be caught this time. He did not. He went and hid himself up behind the Lost Valley statue, and then you saw the picture he was trying to nest in the green screen. Like, bird, I just want you to go back in the cage so I can get the rest of my room set up. Ain't no reason to be behaving this way. Viva la France!
Welcome to Apollo, the collective memory of the human species and the wellspring of knowledge for future generations. I am Samina Ebaji. Until recently, I was director of the
Right,
International
Apollo was
Collective
the
Memory
school
Institute
system,
in New Tehran.
essentially.
As a heritage professional, I devoted my career to the preservation of human knowledge, creative endeavor, and cultural achievement. Apollo is, therefore, the ultimate embodiment of a lifelong passion, albeit under the very worst circumstances imaginable. The challenges before us are immense. Specifically, we will have to design and implement 4 major initiatives simultaneously. First,
Albeit is a word that for the
extraction of
longest
data
time,
repositories in cradle
I only knew it
facilities
from
around
reading,
the
and I
world,
always said
ensuring
albeit.
redundancy. Second, the collection and processing of a projected 180 million discrete data entries. 42 zettabytes of data in Mandarin, English, Spanish, and Arabic. Third, the transferal and encoding of all that data onto DNA encapsulated in synthetic fossils. The only medium capacious and durable enough to safeguard it without degradation for the centuries to come. And last, but not least, the development of the holographic interface and gamified curricula, by which future humans will commune with Apollo, progressively unlocking heuristic learning modules, leveling up their knowledge and skills they will need to take control of the terraforming system. That is the future towards which all of our efforts will be directed.
Yeah, I seen that like an
Not just
entire
the
roster
preservation of the past,
who was
but the
detained,
seed
who
for the
opted
flourishing
for
of a new tree of
the quick
knowledge.
end, and who
And let us begin.
no, that was the person who opted. That was the I think she was like the like a cryogenicist, or she had something to do with, or she knew, or she was an embryocist or something. The art chick was the Japanese lady, I believe. I don't remember the names, I just, you know. Because the art chick was kind of like concerned and panicking in the beginning, and then after she saw the presentation, she's like, oh, okay, yeah, I have hope now. We can do this. And then the cryogenesis embryonic lady was like, yeah, there's no hope for this. I just don't see it working. Right? He's just like, you'll get your team. What is it, Extraordinary Rendition? From Samina Ibaji to Elizabeth Sobek. Subject, encapsulated DNA. And the winner is encapsulated DNA. Over the past 10 days, I performed an exhaustive review of data storage solutions. Magnetic, optical, quantum, even that eternity tech that FAS was shilling a year or so ago. Fuck anything Pharaoh! But every other solution has one or more fatal shortcomings. Too heavy to transport, too massive to install in the allotted space, too power intensive over the centuries, too prone to failure past 300, 400 years, etc. Encapsulated DNA, I don't know why I'm saying it that way, I apologize. Encapsulated DNA will easily hold the 40 plus zettabytes we're projecting for Apollo. There are still many details to finalize. Of course, to start with, we need to select the inert material in which we'll embed the molecules, already testing 16 candidate materials, as well as design and fabricate the power systems and sealed reliquaries that will keep the DNA at negative 18 degrees Celsius for 1,000 plus years. So long as I assure you that it didn't factor into my decision, may I confess that I deem it entirely fitting, indeed propitious, that we will be using the very building blocks of life to preserve human knowledge from mechanized extinction. It's not just ironic, but heroic. Life as a hero, beating back the forces of oblivion. In any case, much to do. Until next time, peace be with you, Samina. She's like, not to nerd out too much, but... I don't think Sobek minds you nerding out. From Samina Ibaji to Elizabeth Sobek. Subject, Apollo update. Over the past 2 months, the full benefit of our procurement, of a copy of the Homer archive from Far Zenith has made itself known, and as a result, all of Apollo's key deliverables are on schedule. Far Zenith, man. Apollo has already surpassed 40 million discrete data entries and continues to grow. The physical science modules are effectively complete, with soft science modules close behind. World history, cultural data, and media archives are also on schedule. Language preservation is wrapping up a bit ahead of schedule due to falling short of our goal to preserve 4,500 languages. I suppose the tragic early loss of Papua New Guinea doomed the goal from the outset, with attendant curricula development about to begin. Speaking of the heuristic curricula, they are performing well in testing, with children and adolescents demonstrating high levels of engagement with and trust in the Aristotle and Aspasia persona. Personally, I find them highly engaging, especially when they debate. I wish half my professors had been so entertaining. Peace be with you, Samina. Man, entire language is just lost. I mean, I realize that's something that's already happened in today's world, but, like, seriously. I don't know how y'all didn't notice it was under the sun ring the whole time. Like, come on, man. Nope, that wasn't what I wanted to do. It's fine. I think he died. It's kind of sad. Not really, but you know, you can pretend.
She went that way.
She went that way. I love flavor text. So good. It's not really what it's called, but it's more or less what it is. Let's be real. Come on, bro. Walk back this way. Walk this way! Bruh.
Heard something.
Yeah, you did.
Farewell, fool.
Whoa! Ice? Really, dude? Oh, damn. He hit the trap. Damn. That sucks.
Fall before the shadow.
Okay.
Stay out of sight.
Oh! I like how it doesn't take humans very long at all to catch on fire. Fucking beautiful. Quote of the day.
Helpful.
You fucking jackass. Face me, you coward!
Get her.
Who are you talking to, bruh? It's just you.
That's the last of them. On once more.
Parce que ma grand-mère est enflammée.
Look around. See if anything is left.
I'll find a use for you.
Always do. So I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss anything out here. Oh, here we go. I knew I was going to be missing something.
Dr. Sobek, please archive this testimonial in Apollo. Cross-reference to all mentions of my name and Operation Enduring Victory. My name is General Aaron Harris. From...
Oh, god damn it, sorry. Got too far away.
Dr. Sobek, please archive this testimonial in Apollo. Cross-reference to all mentions of my name and Operation Enduring Victory. My name is General Aaron Harris. From 2060 to 2066, I served as the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the highest-ranked officer of the United States Armed Forces. The tenure of my command included strategic planning and oversight of Operation Enduring Victory.
Not the trajectory he ever saw his career taking.
Civilian populations of the
I
United
think he
States
handled it
and
as
other
best he could.
nations during the last 14 months of life on this planet. Before the Pharaoh Plague, I did my job and did it well. I was bold and decisive, crafty in political maneuvers. It wasn't an accident that I rose to my position and became the commander of the largest mechanized force ever assembled. But to what end? My only lasting achievement was the extinction of life on Earth. And my one redeeming act, if any, was to delay that extinction by days or weeks, by throwing more death at it. It is my hope that there will be no need
I
for
mean,
men like me in the world to
what
come.
were your options?
If you are one of the people of that future world listening to this message, please know that I am sorry and that I wish you well. Sincerely, Aaron Harris.
Given the choices he had to make, man. Except, like, I think that because of Enduring Victory, though, most people died with a shred of hope. Because Enduring Victory gave them that. Hollow as it was, they didn't know it was hollow. No, Ted just threw money at the problem. Like, you know, people like him usually do.
Welcome
Oh, Jesus.
to Hades,
It's Travis.
Zero Dawn's extinction failsafe protocol, the ultimate killer app. Now, I know what you're thinking. The purpose of Gaia is to resurrect life. So why give her a subordinate function, only purpose of which is to wipe out life all over again? I mean... what
Right,
the-
I mean, do you even need a paycheck anymore? Like, what are you going to spend the money on?
It isn't. Reconstituting a biosphere? That's a tall order. Tech smart as Gaia may be, odds are she won't get it right the first time. I mean, imagine your Gaia. 200 years
It's probably
from now,
only
this
to keep up
biosphere
appearances
growing
and
is
shit,
all
so if
gone
anyone
wrong.
went digging into records, they
Alkalines
could
are
still see the
skyrocketing,
people who are earning a
Doofus
paycheck,
forests
you
eroding under
know?
the lash of superstorms that would have drowned Noah. It's chaos. Spinning top that won't stop wobbling. Now what are you gonna do?
I wonder if any journalists ever
Release
got
phase one
close.
organisms into that hot mess? Hope their CO2 and methane can balance out what you got started? Hell no. What you're gonna do, Gaia, is step aside while Hades takes over and does what you're just too darn nurturing and life-loving to do. which is burn that misbegotten mess of a biosphere to the ground so Gaia can start over. Okay.
The fact that they didn't name him Zeus is very disappointing to me, because Zeus is the one who kept wiping out his little pets when he got bored with them and wanted to start something new.
Back to zero.
I'm just
Square
saying.
one, blank slate. And then, only then, does it hand the steering wheel back to Gaia and say, try again, old girl. And better this time, or we'll have to do this again. That's Hades. It's pretty badass when you think about it. Extinction on demand.
Yeah, that was really more
Death
Zeus's
on
sphere.
speed dial. All for the greater good, of course, but
Hades just made out with the ferryman when he brought new souls to him.
so welcome to Hades.
I stand by that.
Welcome to the void.
Okay, so if that's the original purpose of Hades, why does it want me extinct? And how's it end up in the wreckage of a Pharaoh Titan getting worshipped by the Eclipse like some kind of god?
If Hephaestus went rogue, why not Hades too?
That's what I'm thinking, but why? And what caused it?
Keep searching, and perhaps we'll find the answer.
From Travis Tate to Elizabeth Sobek. Subject, noise complaints. Color me confounded, Lizzie. Bashcore? Anyone who says the old TT codes to Bashcore is straight up lying, and you know it. Old Trav don't have no truck with commercialized razzle-dazzle. Nuh-uh. Heck, I'd rather guzzle a liter of Citarum runoff than listen to Grey Swan for 30 seconds. Hand to God and swear on my mama's grave, and she was religious. Nah, that ain't Bashcore blasting the Hades lab, shaking the walls, rattling folks' teeth. It's death metal, girl! Classical music, 80s and 90s mostly. Got me some Dutch deathcore, some Japanese gore grind, some Swedish cannibal themed stuff too. Stop by if you want to listen, or heck, just come within 50 meters of the lab. Ain't no Bashcore you'll see, or hear, rather, in the screech that rends the air, and feel in the throbbing pulse of the floor and walls and ceiling swallowing you up like you was Jonah trapped in the gullet of gothic deathfish. Hallelujah! As for those requests, you turn it down? No can do, Lizzie. This is how I code. Turn down my death metal? Might as well give up stimulus, chocolate malt, and industrial accident vids. Last I heard, we was supposed to be coding Hades down here. Am I really supposed to code an Extinction Protocol without death metal to inspire me? No, I don't think so. Stay cool, Trav. It wasn't intentional, but it kind of comes with the character. I'm glad my effort was appreciated, accidental as it was. Tate here. Just popped 3 blues, but I earned it. Finally figured out a Goldilocks solution to Gaia's rather extreme executive authority. If that ain't worth 10 to 12 hours of dream time, what is? Before this, every usurpation protocol I designed failed in simulation because it was either too hard or too soft. Too hard, and it degraded the Gaia core. Sure, it pried her figurative fingers off the figurative driving wheel so Hades could take control, but by breaking her fingers, sometimes her arms too, so that couldn't fly. Everything depends on Gaia taking control back after Hades has done his business, so had to find a solution that didn't leave Gaia any worse for the wear. Too soft, and Gaia only pretended to relinquish control. In simulation after simulation, Hades would take command of the terraforming system and reverse operations, only to have Gaia lurk in the background, quietly re-reversing processes and falsifying telemetry to hide its interference. Sneaky! I swear ain't nothing Gaia wouldn't do to keep life going, even when it's just simulated plant life. Turns out the just right solution is to isolate Gaia in a protective code shell, preserving its integrity, then unseat it from the command position so Hades can slip into the figurative captain's chair and work its magic. Those blues are coming on strong now, so I'm not really describing it so clear, but pretty sure it'll work. Yeah, those blues are pretty strong. Guess it's time to sleep in bed. I'll back into it tomorrow, alligators. just started dropping words. God bless you, Tate. Also, Mom, I'm really, really sorry because I know you're just gonna be. I know the Saxon's coming on now. I'm so sorry, Mom. From Samina Ibaji to Travis Tate, CC Elizabeth Sobek. Subject: Archive Abuse. Mr. Tate, this mail concerns Apollo Archive submission number 000023876. Your 666th. Ooh, the devil's number. Submission in just 5 days, and oh, what a doozy. Despite earlier warnings re inappropriate materials, you chose to submit 265 holographic remasters of acknowledged classics of extreme exploitation cinema. Allow me then to thank you, on 2 counts, for giving me the pleasure of rejecting your submission, thereby consigning your favorite Eastern European torture flicks and their ilk to the dust heap of oblivion. It truly warms my heart to know that I have saved future humanity from the ordeal of experiencing not just one, but all 16 installments of Making a Millipede. Don't worry, the Pasolini material has already been preserved, extreme perhaps, but art. For clarifying a concept that has so long been ambiguous and ethically fraught for archivists such as myself, the definition of obscenity. You have freed me from the subjective quagmire embodied by Judge Potter's famous utterance, "I know it when I see it." Boy, that is a dated reference. Wow. Thanks to you, I can now apply a single objective criterion. If Travis Tate submitted it, it's obscene. Accordingly, I have directed Apollo staff to summarily reject all of your future submissions sight unseen. Perhaps you might invest the time you would have spent preparing further submissions on, oh, I don't know, your assigned work? We have a world to save after all, or the rest of us do anyway. Dr. Samina Ibaji. This dude is like a walking Reddit user.
Looks like the only way onwards.
He's also definitely part of Anonymous, let's be real. He's very much got those Dixie vibes, though.
Welcome to Eleuthia, the crown and king of Gaia's subordinate functions. For it is by Eleuthia that the human race will continue to exist. I am Patrick Brochard-Klein, the Alpha in charge of this program. Now let one thing be perfectly clear from the outset. Eleuthia is not a genetic engineering project. Our goal is to preserve the human genome.
I mean, given that
not alter it.
it was probably would have been recommended by Tate, and that was shit would have been rejected sight unseen.
The genetic quintessence of our species, unmodified. Under my watch, our activities and initiatives will comply with the
Maybe they saved some of the memes.
provisions and the 2048 Raleigh Accords.
Or some screenshots just to show people this is what happens when you're not properly supervised on the internet.
As one of the authors of the Accords, it is far from trivial to me.
So,
The practical challenges before
they
us
preserved the
are
languages and all that inside Apollo.
scope and
Did they
complexity
also preserve, like, all the random ass slang and internet language?
Storage of zygotes, perfection of exogenic technologies, design and perfection of servitors to provide nurture and inculcation during early child development. All of these program components must and will proceed.
You might would have had to just because it would have shown up in some fictional works if nothing else, but
Sites around the world.
that would be a hard job to do, to compile all the lingo and slang from over the years.
Right? Let us begin.
I also really love that slang is itself slang. From Patrick Brochard-Klein to Elizabeth Sobek. Subject: FZ Chambers. The ectogenic chambers arrived 2 days ago. I've spent the last 36 hours examining them and poring over technical documentation. Their revelation, astonishing. I don't know what you had to give Far Zenith and trade to get these chambers, but it was worth it. Oh, hey, we had this. This is a conversation you get a data point for at the beginning of Forbidden West. I don't know what you had to give Far Zenith and trade to get these chambers, but it was worth it. In a single leap, their embryologists have vaulted past 50 years of technological shortcomings. The risk of ECMO resolved. Nutrition delivery resolved. Hormonal stability resolved. 12 other risk areas resolved. Before I examined these chambers, I considered the Odyssey to be a fool's errand. But if the rest of Far Zenith's technology is at this level, well, a human colony around Sirius doesn't seem so impossible after all. Mass fabrication of the chambers will present a number of challenges, but I'm confident they can be resolved. I'm going to rest for a few hours, then get back to it. Expect a fabrication plan within 48 hours, PBK. You know, I actually forgot how much of, like, Far Zenith and, the Lost Colony, as it were mentioned in this. It's amazing what you forget between one game and the next. From Patrick Brochard Klein to Elizabeth Sobek. Subject: Cradle Servitor Persona. Development of the artificial persona for cradle servitors, nurturer, disciplinarian, healer, continues at a good pace. We are targeting Turing point 0.4 for these constructs. This should allow low-grade empathy and limited improvisation without undermining adherence to codified behavior sets. The stimulus-driven switching of persona, however, is proving to be a greater software challenge than anticipated, especially concerning our entrenched feedback loops between the disciplinarian and healer persona. I have also attached the reports for an incident where a servitor running the mother persona intervened on a disciplinarian servitor's behavior. God, with all these $5 words! A parental argument, if you will. Amusing on first glance, perhaps, but deeply concerning. I have attached a comprehensive plan for correcting these interactive protocol shortcomings. In just data corrupted. I mean, yes, that's very true. I don't know, I think we've gotten enough $5 words of the day already. Also, how are you today, Annie? From Patrick Brochard Klein to Elizabeth Sobek. Subject: Cradle sealed. Ulethia 01 was successfully sealed before the swarm advancing across Xinjiang province could detect it. Ping back from crucial systems was good. For our maiden voyage, a success. Regards my disputes with the betas over zygote selection. Of course, I understand we have limited overhead to run simulations of gene flow in our future humans, but we can all agree there is a margin for refinement in future cradle populations. Donk, in addition to... I have no idea. In addition to personally overseeing completion of the Ulethia 02 site inside Mount Namuli, I will formulate and propose a modified zygote selection plan within the week. PBK. Well, you don't have to make any for me. But I appreciate it. Although now I want a fucking burrito, so thank you for that.
Cradle facilities. Elizabeth said a new generation of humans would be spawned inside such places.
She did.
All Mother Mountain. It was one of them?
There's only one way to be sure.
The hatch wouldn't open. Something about a corrupted alpha registry. I need to search Elizabeth's office.
Expensive edition, I love that. Opprobrium refers to very strong disapproval or criticism of a person or thing, especially by a large number of people. Bonus, to extemporize means to do something extemporaneously. In other words, to improvise. Opprobrium. Is that related to reprobate? Kind of seems like they would come from the same origin, given the context. Definitions that are self-referential are just so annoying, especially because I was always taught in school that you can't define a word with itself. But Merriam-Webster and shit do that all the fucking time. Like, what makes them so goddamn special?
Pure logic won't cut it, Ted. To pull this off, Gaia's going to need to have some skin in the game. It has to care.
What if it runs amok? Have we learned nothing from our mistakes?
Our mistake?
All I'm saying
Our?
is give it a kill switch.
He also has a lot of nerve. What if it runs amok? Dude! Dude! The nerve!
What if it becomes a monster?
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
Of course, Gaia, go on.
I'm sorry to contradict you, but Mr. Farrow's argument is sound.
Oh, don't give him credit.
The development of my psyche is not entirely predictable. To ensure preservation of life, a hardwired override is, I believe, a necessary safeguard.
Right? Just swing at it with the
Jeez, Liz, just do what it
lance.
says.
He is such a petulant, like, child. Also, this dude totally hangs out on incel forums. You know he does. Or did.
This would benefit from antilopenate morphology.
Sorry, didn't mean to skip all that.
Show superior load-bearing capability.
You're a quick study, Gaia.
Dr. Sobek, as I have conducted this comparative analysis of mammalian morphologies, I've gathered extensive data on the quaternary extinction event.
Oh? And your assessment? Gaia?
Logically speaking, the extinction was a natural consequence.
And yet...
I find the loss of megafaunal species unaccountably sad. That
Aww.
they passed forever into oblivion causes me to experience a grief that is difficult to describe. Am I malfunctioning?
No, Gaia, you're not. This is good. It's very good.
He's like, I have a sad over the dinosaurs dying.
You will undergo a brief period of unconsciousness during relocation to Prime and final instatement.
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
When you're back up and running at the new site, we'll bring the subordinate functions online and see where we stand.
Elizabeth, I detect distress. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
I realize that circumstances compel us to launch earlier than we hoped, but all subsystems are operational. The odds
Or billions dead. In fear. What if it was all for nothing?
Elizabeth,
You can't have the self-doubt now.
thanks to you, life will have a future.
You really believe that?
I believe in you, Elizabeth. In you, all things.
The continuation of the human species and earthly life. We must succeed, Elizabeth. So just as a reminder, Odyssey was a ship that they're like, we're not hanging out for this bullshit. We're just going to take off. And so they were going to make their own colony elsewhere in the universe. Clearly, they were not successful. Yeah.
No room.
Artemis! From Charles Ronson to Elizabeth Sobeck. Subject, Artemis status. It's coming along, Liz. I'm positive about it, if those words can still mean anything. Had my sleeves rolled up negotiating with frozen zoos for their sample. So many species trapped in ghoulish hologram dioramas suspended in what-ifs. More than 14,000 that went extinct between 2000 and 2043. We've started mapping out primary succession, selecting the pioneer organisms for a balanced and sustainable biosphere. Microorganisms and insects, rabbits and hawks, foxes and wolves. Thousands more that will have to wait their turn until our new generation can be entrusted with the duty of restoring them, so they can return to a world that, this time, will understand the concept of conservation before it's too late. There's already been too many too lates. We lost a whole collection team during the swarm breakthrough in Myanmar. The samples we lost were, well, irreplaceable. But thanks to you, Liz, the circle of life will bend, not break. The Earth was a lifeless rock before, and someday it will be again. But not now, not like this, not on our watch. Ronson. So, I mean, evidently, like, the foxes, the boars, the gobbles for some reason. Why the turkeys? I don't know, but the turkeys are around. So clearly some things were already released into the wild. We're just missing the apex predators, pretty much, other than humans. And the owl.
No signs of corruption.
Then what are you waiting for? Copy the file.
With this, I can restore the registry at the hatch inside Allmother. Open it. Go inside.
And grasp the secrets within.
Where I was born. Maybe who gave birth to me.
Who?
Eclipse.
You need to get out of there. What you found is too valuable. You're too valuable.
Yep. Oops.
Still alive. Good.
Fuck you, Helis.
Nothing in mind for you, child.
Right, there's probably so many organisms that they just didn't have the embryos for. Like, so much of what's so far down in the depths of the ocean that it's almost impossible to get anyway.
That I was destined for glory as a
And
great
would they have
champion.
bothered with the blind albino salamanders that just hang around in the water inside, in the
Even when
deep, dark
Meridian
depths of
fell,
caves?
I never doubted my destiny.
Probably not.
Until you came along. When I heard that you had survived, a doubt took root in my mind. As sure as the sun rises and falls each day, those I am bade to kill die. And yet I failed. How?
Yeah, all the pests could just stay extinct, you know?
With
Let's
each
just leave
piece
the
I
cockroaches. Let the cockroaches
Soldier you
die.
killed, this pestering doubt grew.
Ticks,
Thinking of the moment my
please.
knife pierced your throat.
That's,
One
that's an easy way to wipe out Lyme disease, right?
tug of the blade, and you would have bled out. In slaughter, I am a practiced hand. So I hesitate.
What is with this poetic
Fear
fucking
destined
speech?
purpose.
I don't remember. I didn't actually hear what question he asked, but what answer do we like? Actually, these might not be answers. They might just be questions for her to ask. I don't know.
See that scar on your cheek? You didn't get to finish.
Yes, I remember. He fought well. For a savage.
His name was Rost.
What would it be? It would be like...
Ever hoped to be.
We can bring back the bees. Can we just keep the wasps gone? Like, the bees are fine. Bees are cool. We like the bees. We stand the bees. But Yellow Jackets and wasps can just go.
But I didn't. This failing troubled my thoughts. Haunted every step. It was only when
He's so dramatic.
Down in that place.
In fact, he's so fucking melodramatic.
Etched at length across the course of events.
Tone it down,
You were
bruh.
meant to survive that day on the mountain. Meant to interfere at dig sites and kill my men. Conversely, I was meant to capture you.
Fate ain't that deep, bruh.
So that you might die as a sacrificial offering to the sun. Everything as it was meant to be. Predestined and preordained.
You're a thug, you're a fool, you're a puppet. I actually think they do just fine if people would leave them the hell alone. There's too much interference with the fucking pandas. Stop interfering with the pandas. Koalas!
Spare me the religious justifications. You can dress up your cruelty and
I don't care as long as the giraffes are still around. They're, you know.
You're just a murderer.
An odd slight coming from you.
His voice sounds familiar.
Yourself, child.
Man, I hope so.
Killers, not a murderer.
Oh, so can we leave,
I
like,
wouldn't expect you to know the difference.
some of the asshole monkeys out? Like, they're not all bad, but some of them are just fucking assholes, and we could do without
It
them.
doesn't care about Meridian. It wants to kill everything and everyone. And you are its dutiful slave.
I serve not the buried shadow, but the sun in shadow. All halves of nature joined to one cause.
Also, what are our thoughts on emus? They did once defeat people in a war.
Do you really not hear how ridiculous
So,
that
what are our
sounds?
thoughts on preserving the
From an
emus?
insane homicidal Sun King to an insane homicidal machine. You're moving down in the world, not up.
I'll remember those words as I watch your corpse burn. Whatever's left of it.
Yeah, that
You
war is...
fail to grasp the
It's
point.
wild how somehow the
As surely
emus
as
won.
You've been conquered, so has all doubt. And with certainty of belief comes unstoppable force.
Then get in this cage and put your faith to the test. See if things work out like you expect.
The circle has closed. Every element is in its proper place, exactly where it belongs. The errant beast, now caged, will serve her true purpose. A sacrificial animal. Oh, speaking of sacrifice, I forgot to tell you. After you crashed the Eclipse network, I sent messengers into the east to rally the forces there and mount an invasion of the sacred land.
Capybaras are good rodents. I think the rest can go.
I was hoping to catch you there, but alas, it all seems to have been unnecessary.
They cast me out, needless slaughter, they're irrelevant. Or maybe we can bring the rodents back as domesticated pets and not have them be like animals. Although rats are already roaming around, so it's a lost cause for the rats already. Rats are in the wild. Let's go with needless slaughter. Yes, yes. I'm gonna go with that.
Butcher dozens of innocents for no gain? It's a waste of effort.
You're right. I won't even be there to enjoy it.
Sorry, I
In
did.
any case, I couldn't recall the order even if I wished.
I'm not paying attention, so I'm forgetting the questions he's asking and shit.
Destruction of the network. Communication.
But I think this is him talking about destroying the
You
mother's
not only doomed yourself,
heart or
the
something.
entire tribe. Do we not see the scorching judgment?
Like, it's
of the
bad
sun
enough
in
that
these
he's
events?
monologuing, but he's doing it so
Your focus.
melodramatically.
Such a powerful
Like, dude
device.
really loves the sound of his voice. Like, for true.
So fragile.
He just destroyed her focus. What was that gasp? That was creepy.
I did not hesitate. The knife has already been twisted.
The knife has already been twisted. She's so young, man.
Karja faithful, rejoice! Our years in shadow are over. A new dawn trembles on the
Dude
horizon.
shaves his
A
armpits.
new day, soon to break. And when it does,
Oh, he's
the
definitely
full
underestimating
sun will be
her.
dead, and
He's-
Holy Meridian ours once more. In this, I have become an instrument of prophecy. All halves of nature join to one cause.
Do I know his VA? His voice sounds familiar, but I can't place it.
Today, behold! Hold your seats! Can you not see the proof of the sun's blessing before your eyes?
Yeah, I don't recognize the name.
Such as these, proud in broad light of day. Were they not approved by the sun and joined to our cause?
Behemoth! I don't think we've come across a behemoth yet.
To consecrate this great ring, the Radiant Turan ordered many faithful
This guy is so extra.
the hooves of the behemoth.
Like, I would almost be willing to believe that he is descended from Pharaoh. He's just that much of an ass. He also would spend his time on incel forums.
Let this one, who schemed and slithered, be the first to die. Let her be the first of thousands.
Also, he's such a fucking tool. He is such a fucking tool. Like, goddamn, son. That hurt. Oh, yeah. He definitely would.
I'll never beat that thing without weapons. My weapons are up on the platform.
Or InfoWars.
Maybe I could use its strength against it.
Fucking behemoth.
I should try luring the behemoth into the pillars.
Oh my god, seriously? Fuck! That hurt. Yeah, this is probably like one of the few points in the game where they force you out of whatever's outfit you have her in. LOL! Now she's like in the full outfit, not just the underclothes. I love it.
Gotta get out of the way. That pillar's weak. Another hit, and that pillar will come down. That did it. One more pillar and that platform will come down. And my weapon's with it. He's charging. If that platform collapses, I'll get my weapons back. It's down.
Got very loud. There we go! Yay! Are you not entertained?
Hey! Guess who got our weapons back? Now you're just a big dumb target. Come and get it! Those components on the sides of its head. They've got something to do with these lift attacks. That canister on its belly. Looks important. Maybe those carcasses have parts I can use.
She did pull a magical girl transformation!
Freeze canister on its head. Tie it around, shoot some of it. Gotta check the machine pieces. They might have parts.
Oh no, that wasn't supposed to happen! Oh no!
Silence! Shadows, kill her.
I mean, technically, this is more than doable. They make it seem like it's just so hard and impossible. I've gone up against worse odds.
Come get me yourself!
Silence! Oh, she'll never live it down. Yep, never living it down.
So you're here. Really here. You risked your life.
Of course I did. If you'd been killed for Nora's sacred mountain, you'd never have given up its secrets.
Too bad you wasted your time then. Helis destroyed my focus. And the Alpha Registry with it.
Not at all. The whole time I've been monitoring your focus, I duplicated every data file you scanned. Installing that data to a new focus was trivially easy. Happy birthday, Isaac. Daddy sure does love his little big man.
You're really good at making it impossible to like you, Silence.
It.
But I guess I need this.
It's time to see where you were born. Maybe you'll even learn why.
Yeah. Meet the machine that birthed me into this world. Isn't that how you put it?
I'll be off.
Wait.
Yes?
How did you find me? You can override machines. Helis recognized you. I'm gonna be able to ask all of these, honestly.
How did you track my location when I wasn't wearing a focus?
Really, Aloy? It doesn't take a genius to
I mean,
surmise that Helis would throw you
he's
in
not
the
wrong. That was stupidly easy to figure out.
Getting here in time, but I did. Now be on your way.
Since when can you override machines?
Ever since you discovered the technique. I had to destroy a corruptor to obtain the necessary parts.
Obviously, I mean, that's what we did.
But your example showed me how to do that as well. Yet another benefit of monitoring your activities through your focus. Truth be told, the underlying logic of the technique isn't so
Seriously, I
difficult
really
as
want to
it's
understand,
like
like, the technique involved in weaving the wires
Great.
through their skin.
You're welcome.
But I also
Yes.
don't want to know. Like, do you,
Helis recognized
like,
you back in the
use an
center.
anesthetic, or do
You
they
told
just
me that
grin
you
and bear it?
assisted the eclipse. Not that you knew the man who killed my... who almost killed me.
So now you know. The man is a serious threat. So let's do all we can to make sure that he and Hades don't succeed.
Right. I'll be on
So,
my way.
something that we missed because we were too busy
Matters
talking
worse.
and not listening to
Helis ordered
the
an Eclipse
the
detachment
blowhard.
to attack the Norris sacred land.
Yeah, it's that.
The tribe's already weak. They won't stand a chance. You should come with
He
me.
sent an entire, like,
Absolutely.
army of the
I have
of the
preparations to make it
corruptors and shit to the Nora
What kind
lands.
of... Why do I bother asking? You're not gonna tell me.
When the time is right, I'll be in touch. I'll contact you later. In the meantime, should you need to return to Shadow Carja territory, I brought armor to conceal your identity.
You think of everything, don't you?
One of us has to.
Also, this game is cruel in this part because you have to race to get to back to the Nora lands. You can't fast travel.
I was needlessly I hope there is someone waiting there for you inside the mountain. Not a what, but a who.
I wonder how that, if that like stretches and pulls when he talks and such.
Yeah!
And how long did it take to heal? Maybe I'm wrong, but as long from what I remember, I wasn't able to fast travel here. They're like, they want to be all dramatic and shit. Yeah. Can't fast travel. Can't fast travel! Apparently I can fast travel there. How close can I get? The thing is, the syrup and the honey were probably fairly easy to get back, only because, I mean, especially like the Nora, they're foragers first and foremost, and more than anything, so they probably would have worked those ones out, just because they're already, like, organic anyway. Gonna lose my mount. Taylor's all this time. Oh god, that went wide. Oh, for the love of God. Tell me how I keep missing this thing. He's right in front of me.
This is Hades' future. Metal. Ash.
I mean, Hades is basically trying to bring back the Pharaoh Plague, let's be real. Yeah, the sound effects definitely add. It adds to the fucking oh god, I can't urgency to the situation, honestly. God damn it. Fucking A! Ain't none of y'all gonna drop any potions for me. This is some bull fucking shit! Excuse me, sorry.
Come on, brothers, let's get her.
This is why I'm part of the world. We destroyed
None of these guys want to give me potions, man. That's some bullshit.
I've never heard the Embrace so quiet. So dead.
Look out!
Take cover. Fear the power of the shadow.
I think you should be fearing her, bruh. I'm just saying. Oh, thank you. Finally got a fucking potion. Sorry, I just need to...
Good
Nope.
haul.
Not a single fucking potion in any of them! It's not healing either.
Alright, new plan.
Oh. Whoa!
Gonna need this.
Hell yeah, I am. I keep hitting the wrong button to jump. Once again, I blame Zelda for that. This thing's still chasing me? No, okay.
I can see them. They can't see you.
Finally ran off. Wait, where am I? I see this way.
The eclipse smashed through.
Ooh. Alright. I know it's a bit early, but this is gonna go on, I think, for a little while yet. Plus, you got, like, the cinematics and all that, so I think this is a really good stopping point for the night. Yeah, I know it's really abrupt and sudden, but I know there's still, like, more of the battle to go, like, for, you know, boss fights and shit, and then there's also the cinematics and everything that's gonna follow, and I don't know when I'd actually be able to stop it past this point. So, yeah, I think it's just the best stopping point for the night. I know, right? He definitely knew. I just like how he's like, of course I saved you. I still need information. Like, bro, it's okay to say you just were concerned. It's okay. You don't have to posture like that. We already have Helis doing enough posturing. We don't need it from you two. Just admit she's kind of grown on you. It's okay. Once again, and as always, thank you for hanging out with me. It's always a good time. And I will see you guys. I'll see you guys on Friday when we will finish rescuing the Nora, and then move on to other parts. I think we're just about close to endgame. We have one more, I think, facility to go through, I believe, and then we can move on from that. But anyway, y'all take care, have a good night, and I will see you around online. Bye bye!